English shorthand 120 words per minute. Tamil Nadu speed papers. Please get ready. Start. Sir, I now rise to reply to the discussion that has taken place on the motion of thanks to the Governor's address. I should, at the outset, say that much beyond our expectation, a large number of members have taken part in the discussion this year. I am sure that it has afforded a good opportunity to the members to review the position as to what has happened in the last 4 or 5 months and perhaps during the last 2 or 3 years. Sir, a variety of subjects was touched upon and it looked as though they were having again a general discussion on the budget proposals. I wish the honorable members confined their remarks to what is said in the Governor's address. Nevertheless, I am really glad that the members have taken much interest in the affairs of the state and have come forward to give their views. I have no quarrel with them. They have every right to say what they feel, but when it takes the form of mere criticism, not very constructive, then I am inclined to observe that they have their own motives. They are entitled to make election speeches, and we are also entitled to reply in the same fashion. But that may not be quite appropriate in the present context. That is all what I wish to say about that aspect of the matter. I took pains to furnish information about the various schemes included in the 5-year plan. I naturally expected the members to state whether they approved the proposals or wanted their abridgment or enlargement, but I am surely disappointed when they diffused their attention on the so-called food situation instead of reverting their attention on the important document placed before them. I am sorry to say that they have indulged in cheap criticism, as it always easy to state in all places that many people were dying. Somebody has once said that man is a complaining animal. I am more and more convinced of this fact. You may have your own disease, but it is not necessary that you should contaminate your neighbor with all your worries and woes. I want to tell you straight away that in spite of many difficulties of a kind which have not been confronted by any government, we have maintained law and order and have kept up proper standards of administration. I want that members should take an optimistic view of things. I want them to carry the message of hope, of happiness and confidence to the people, and they should not go about diffusing their depression and distress to the masses. The people at large are not worried about your personal disappointment and personal worries. All that you should do is to tell them in concrete and precise terms what you are doing to do for them. I have listened with great respect to all the speeches that have been made on the debate on the Governor's address, but I am sorry to say that they did not give me a clear indication of what they are likely to say to the people. I want you to carry message of hope and optimism to the people. You must distribute joy to them and not distribute melancholy to them. I am an optimist and I share the optimism of the people. I know that the people are optimistic and they do appreciate that in spite of the very many difficulties, the government are doing something for them. It does not matter what kind of speeches are made here. I am sure that the country's outlook is quite bright and cheerful. So, I think I need not attach much importance to the various unreasonable criticisms leveled against the government on the floor of the House. Sir, much time has been taken during the last 5 years for the discussion on the food situation. Anybody can speak of this subject without preparation and without any statistics and criticize the government for their omissions and commissions because it is the easiest subject on which they can freely state what they cannot otherwise do in the course of the discussion on other specific subjects. Let me point out to the House that it is not a matter which can be tackled overnight. The neglect of decades and centuries is before us. If the food situation still continues to be bad, it is because it was so abnormal all these years. So we have to take quite a long time to improve the situation substantially. I think nobody will ever say that we have not done anything in this regard. Having regard to the magnitude of the problem, however much we may wish to achieve quick results, it will certainly take some time. I therefore request the members to appreciate all these difficulties and bear with us for some more time. Some honorable member remarked that the case of this government has not been efficiently put forward before the government of India. I may at once tell that member that we have been pressing our case far too much, and I myself felt from the correspondence that passed between this government and the government of India that we have been putting our case in strong language, much to the annoyance of the officials there. We have done our duty, we know our people, and we also know their distress. It is not as if we are oblivious of their sufferings. We have addressed the government of India in strong terms. With regard to yarn, the honorable member who occupies a high position in commercial circles advised us to take an independent line of action and not obey the dictates of the union government. It is a dangerous advice to be made at this juncture. We do not propose to accept it. In conclusion, I request the members who have moved some amendments to withdraw them and allow the main motion to be passed.